All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials. In this video, I'm going to be kicking off my coverage of the Jaeger onboarding event part 2 here on psychosurgery as usual. Seems the event has rotated a little bit earlier than usual. I was not expecting to see the Jaeger onboarding part 2 event starting when I logged in, since it is only 7 a.m. Eastern right now, and usually they don't rotate things and make updates to the game generally until 10 a.m. Eastern on these Tuesdays. But yeah, for some reason it seems it's rotated a little bit early. Hope that didn't mess up anybody's plans of last minute getting some things done here. But I just wanted to see what we had as our second set of trials, and then we're going to be jumping into them. I'm kind of hoping for Pleasure the Prosecutor in here. I feel like that could be a fun one. But I'm also curious if they kept the new trials or not, given they are available in the trial maker. Because previously in most events that started when new trials were released, they kept them for both parts because they were not available elsewhere. But anyways, let's take a look at the list here. Of course, Jaeger onboarding, nothing different about it. Yes, they did keep them, so we are going to be going through Liquidate the Union once again. So that should be a trip and a half. Although I have learned a bit more about the ending, and I think I'm a little bit more confident in being able to get it done in at least under 4 hours. So we have Look at the Union, Spread the Deeds, and Cook the Informant. Cleanse the Orphans, Stash the Contraband, Deface the Futtermans, Pervert the Futterman, Release the Prisoners, and Tilt the Scales of Justice. So unfortunately, no Pleasure the Prosecutor here. Cleanse the Orphans is going to be quite easy, I would say, as that's one of the more... Wow, just like had a stroke there. One of the more sort of ping-pongy objectives all over the place. Not really one that you have to stay in one place to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything really will compete with Liquidate the Union in terms of difficulty for this. But the only thing I thought might have a chance would be Pleasure the Prosecutor, just because there are those focus point objectives. But similar to Spread the Disease, you could leave them if needed. But I could see the ending of Pleasure Prosecutor also being difficult. Other than that, good old Stash Contraband. I've been enjoying that trial quite a bit. And then for the Futterman, probably not going to be too difficult. Yeah, maybe Tilt the Scales depending on if you're able to find your numbers quickly, or she'll catch up to you there. But either way, shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Now, of course, I do already have all the tasks done for this event, so not going to have anything to do in that regard. But should still be fun to get these 9 knocked out. And then I believe in 2 weeks, when this leaves the game, we'll be back to normal weeklies, at least for a little bit, before the prime time event starts out. So yeah, we're going to kick things off with Liquidate the Union. I will see you guys at the trial. All right, it is a new day, but we are here at Liquidate the Union, and we're going to jump into this one. I am rocking my standard setup for the most part. I've got Stun, No Deduction, Smash, and Last Chance, mostly because I'm currently only level 28. I am on Relapse level 9. There's a fly flying around, but so I don't currently have access to my normal incognito, but honestly, Last Chance is not a horrible choice here, just in case I get caught by Henrietta. That will only be a 1 damage, technically. Like, it'll only be a one instance of damage on my report instead of a death. And of course, I don't currently have Evasive Maneuver available for my my relapses so far. I bought these 3 amps, and then I've since been buying prescriptions. So I only need 1 more prescription to get all of the tier 1s, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't have Evasive Maneuver, so... For some of the trials later on, I'm going to definitely want Evasive, so I'll do some more escalation to level up. But for Liquidate here, I'm not too bothered with taking Smash, and then having Last Chance could be beneficial since she might grab me and kill me. Also, for some of the other trials in this event, I am going to be doing non-standard builds. At least I'm going to probably try out the Jammer, maybe some Barricade as well, particularly for like maybe Tilt the Scales. I'll try Barricade out. And maybe Cleanse the Orphans, I'm not too sure, but it could be fun. I've been doing a lot of escalation grinding and using stun a lot, so definitely going to like to switch up the rigs. For example, having Jammer for Spread the Disease should be pretty cool. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. This is our first attempt. Hopefully we can do better than we did last week for this event, or I guess 2 weeks ago now. And I'm grabbing bandages just out of instinct because I've been, again, grinding escalation, but hopefully we won't need those if we do play well enough. That's... Oh, thanks for peeking out, honestly. You saved me from potentially getting smacked. I've said it before, I don't know if I've said it on the videos here, but on stream at least, I've definitely said it several times. They really were dastardly with the placements of the crackheads on this map. They are all over the place. And oh my god, she is so much faster on psychosurgery. It's so crazy. You don't have this increased movement speed in escalation, so I'm not super used to it. Don't forget, by the way, to smash the like button down below, just like that, you guys, and subscribe as well, of course. We're going to have Outlast Trials content out the wazoo coming at you fast and quick as Season 3 progresses here. Definitely looking forward to covering the roadmap whenever they release that. And let's go ahead and let's Franco speak here. Alright. We don't need to hear the rest of that, but yeah, definitely excited to continue coming out with the content. And of course, if you're interested in my streams, I do stream most nights starting somewhere between 7 and 8 Eastern time. So definitely tune in here or on twitch.tv/bibzuda. Either one, I multi-stream, so you can pick what your favorite platform is. Now let's make sure we use our good old strat here, where you open it and you wait and then you close it, because that spawns her in, at least gives you enough time to get the first radio done. That's our lockpick, so maybe it was club, right? Oh, nice. We do want to be a little bit quick, but you... I don't trust you, crackhead. Yeah, can you, like, get out of there? I don't know what that'll do, to be honest. The crackheads are... Well, I'm just going to restart at that point. I might as well right at the beginning. I'll see you guys after Franco's speech. Okay, we're back. We're gonna give it another go here. Let's pretend that can we agree that this can still count as my first try? I mean, come on, guys. That, you know, I could have kept going with it, but it's like, you know, and you know, and stuff with the things. I didn't know what would happen, honestly. I don't think I've ever chucked a bottle at one of the crackheads before. I didn't realize he would just immediately dip off the scene like that. So I could have been more aware and prepared for that. So that is my bad, but yeah, okay. So now we do this, then we go open this, and then she spawns out there. Oh no, oh. What? They came out at the same time. That's nonsense. Okay, well, the good thing is, well, maybe. Hello? Can you wake up from your slumber back there, Giant? Okay, yeah. So if the Giant actually wakes up, hello? One good thing about Henrietta is she will block people behind her. They won't be able to go, like, they usually can't run through her. I feel like I got kind of cheesed by them both coming out from the same place there. The next one's Heart. Okay. What is this Giant doing? I don't know. Hopefully that was good enough right there. Yes, yes. So see, she's like, the Giant is way slower than usual because Henrietta's in the way, but now the Giant maybe has lost interest. Okay. Should be good here. Slam the door, close the thing, and now we gotta obviously finish this semi-quickly before she gets mad. So this is Heart, which is what we want. Or not get mad, but gets back. Did I say mad? I don't know. It's weird going back for the A+ grind after the escalation grind has been off the charts recently, but... And that is Spade, so that must be this one. We don't have to check, we don't have to mess with the crackhead. Although you can go around like the hood over there, to be honest. But we know that that one's Bunny, and there's only 4 radios in that first section. And now we can get out of here. And one thing that I've learned, honestly, that I kind of somehow didn't know before, like, there's going to be a lot of things that I've learned, honestly, over the course of this, but first one being that if you come back here at any point, this is a place you can lose Henrietta, because there's only this crawl space and that other crawl space. So if I come back here from the mansion, she will go away. Obviously, she'll come back out shortly thereafter, but it can help sometimes. Obviously, the good old dog giving us its friendly hello. Okay. Let's see if we got secret room. That would be very nice, but no luck. And let's just get started with the good old mansion segment here. Game room, garage, and office. Kind of some pretty bad pretty bad luck, honestly, on the rooms. Those might be, that might be the worst combo of 3 you could honestly get. I don't know, it's hard to say for sure, but it doesn't instill me with joy. I don't know where the bedroom number is. I seem to always struggle with it. I guess it could be on the ceiling. No. It's not in one of these nonsense locations, is it? I don't think so. You have to ping them just to check, because you can't even see it sometimes. Oh yeah, it is actually. Okay, it's higher up than I thought for the nonsense, but that's a 6. Which, nice enough, is our first number, so we don't have to remember it. Game room, garage, and office. Jump to glass. I'm the boss. Thank you, Henrietta. Don't want to forget that. Of course, I am the boss. We all know that. Alright, office we can try. It is locked, but hey, I've been running evasive in escalation, so smash is nice to have again here. 7 is the last number in our code. We can bust into the garage here, and a little bit paranoid for traps, but seems like we might be okay in this area. So 9 something 7, and the something is in the game room. And as usual, we're gonna wait for her here. Yeah, she is so much faster in psychosurgery. Like, you can't really tell just by looking at her, but just how quick she gets places in comparison is pretty astonishing. Okay, so game room is where we want to go next. That'd be nice if that guy didn't see me. It looks like we might have faded that. Ooh. Of course, the bunny hopping technique, all powerful. Aww. Okay, now we go. And maybe we can find it in a single circuit. Yes. So 9, 8, 7, really? Just like countdown type deal? Okay, it looks like we might have gotten away with this. I've also learned one thing about this section for pushing the guy, or pushing him, you know, escorting him, I guess is the better term. There's really no need to risk anything with the enemies in here, so we'll see that here in a second. So we just run in here and enter that code, 987. It was... No! What are you doing over there? Okay, well, I guess we learned the hard way, but that we have to risk things anyway. But you don't push him, you just run out into here. And whenever you've left the area, those people that are in the mansion will disperse, you could say. They will no longer be there. So you can go back later and then do the escort like normal, and there won't be anybody there to bother you. So that can be a nice little thing to potentially save you some time. I did not know that the guy was there, and obviously ended up getting smacked, but the point still stands. Alright, I'm not dealing with you, so you can get sent to Narnia. That is Moon, Bunny, Diamond. So that heart we found is of no consequence. Uh-oh. Okay, thankfully he didn't see me. We do have a secret room here. This is kind of annoying. Of course, Screamer followed exactly the path I was taking. Honestly, good time to go in here, since the Franco is on the other side. I'm a little scared of Henrietta over here. Okay, there's one time. Okay, that is not one of the ones we need. That is Club. I do like to, if I'm, in a safe position, just take the time to look at the full thing just to give myself the ability to ping it later and see what radio it is, so we don't have to go find the symbol again. Usually multiple radios here in the basement. Boy, unreliable doors is just something else. Yeah, so this is why I run Smash. This trial has a lot of doors around these houses and also in the slums. Okay, there's Moon. I haven't seen Henrietta in a little bit, so a little bit concerned. That's her right there. Speak of the devil, there she is. I doubt this is one of ours. I don't know. Yeah, that's Spade. Or you know, Diamond. Or is it Bunny Diamond? I know the Diamond and the Bunny are the last two. Can we see it from here? Oh, we can. Nice. So it's Bunny first. Bunny first, and then Diamond. Obviously, we would like to go back to the secret room at some point here. But that's in a different room. Nice that we can see this. So that's Diamond. We need Bunny first. And now is as good a time as any to go back and retrieve the boss. Of course. So yeah, like I said, those folks will no longer be around and you can just escort them safely. Obviously, once you get to the street, you have to worry about the Giant and Franco once again. But this at least removes one of the dangerous parts. And the other main difference I would say that I've learned in the meantime, partially from watching Kotz's stream of the map, is that at the ending, there's a pretty good way to avoid getting shots. Or like, you know, it can be very, very beneficial. It's much better than my hope and pray strat. I still don't know how I got flawless on this trial. That was literally just so lucky. Because I didn't really have any strat or anything. Like, getting flawless up to the end, I feel like I could do pretty consistently. I got pretty unlucky this trial with that guy just kind of being in that one spot and smacking me. We got pretty nice RNG here where we were able to push the guy the whole way. Oh, son? Sorry, sir, we're closed. Turns out not open for service. Probably should just go out. I don't know. The secret room is obviously in there, so I would like to go there again. And I don't know how far away Henry is from here, but hopefully we have enough time. We can just grab our boosters. And we definitely want a rig recharger. Oh shit. We do have this bed, so it's actually like manageable. And just jump over that. I didn't get the rig recharger, but it's not like it's going anywhere. And speaking of which, we can get one from right here. If we're quick enough. Obviously, I could have also taken the master lock from back there, or the master key, sorry, from back there, which would have been good. That's the part. I feel like it's easy to miss. I'm a little scared of Franco here. I'll just jump in this window. That's probably the safest option. I feel like it's pretty easy to miss radios like this one that are in different side rooms. It must be in that main front bedroom of the opposite side of the street house. Let's see if I actually am getting a good handle on this map or not with that prediction. I think it's in that house in the main bedroom. Okay. Why are you invading my secret room, Mama? I did not say you could go in there. This thing always looks like a health sickness pill container to me, just because of how it's... So I'm thinking that our radio must be in here. Turns out, guys, I don't know the map well. I'm just washed. Okay, but like I would be fine with it if it were this one, but that's club. So where is it then? Because I feel like there is some sort of learnable distribution, at least it feels like, for the radios. Because this is diamond, and we had one in the basement already, so it feels to me like it must be in one of these other houses. I haven't done this trial a ton, because obviously you only get main trials once every 10 in escalation, and I mean there's currently 7 in rotation. There will be 8 once we get Kill the Snitchback. It must be this then. This is like the only one we haven't looked at. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't even consider it could be in this house because I thought I'd fully explored it, but that's just me coping to try and say that I definitely would have known. Or it definitely would have been in that bedroom had it not been right there, you know, guys, for sure. But now we do need to navigate back across. And there's Franco. He just went outside from here, so we can run through this room and get back across, hopefully safely this way. Okay. I hope he doesn't come in here, but we need to do this quickly. It is a mostly dead end with Henry on our tail. Wow, that was lucky. Or, well, not lucky necessarily, it was more so just generous on the... Okay. Mostly just generous on the part of the game. But it does work that way. Like, I would... You are able to tune the radios in a way where the autocorrect is maximally helpful to you, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
I hope he kills you.
Yeah, I do not want to mess with Mama, really? Okay, she's actually not fully interested in chasing me, so we can continue this. So yeah, if I hadn't gotten hit by that little bit of nonsense, it would have been fine. It would have been totally flawless up to this point.
Hold right there.
The good thing about this escort is, like, you can continue escorting him
Walk away from me.
kind of past the enemies a lot of the time, because they only hear the sound as coming from him, as far as I understand it. And you can kind of stay a little bit away and maybe out of sight to help avoid them. Although honestly, that was probably the smoothest I've ever had it go. So that was nice. Although here comes the giant. Ooh, I should have thrown my shit at him, honestly. That was too risky. He was a lot quicker than I thought. I guess I'm just not... Again, I've already lost my ability to gauge their speed on these crazy psychosurgery speeds. Who's that knocking on my door? Club Diamond Bunny. We're good. Let's go into here and start looking for radios. Club is what we want first. And I think it was Diamond Bunny. That's Heart. Plenty of posters around this trial, as far as I've seen, so you shouldn't need to worry about those for your grade. Let's go upstairs, maybe. There's sometimes 2 radios upstairs, or maybe often? I don't even know. Let's check what we've got on offer here. Okay. That is Club, so we can do this. Nice. Lucky to find it so quickly. Oh, that is, ooh, yeah. Moon is no good. And we got the poster here. Let's check. Okay, there's one more in there. Let's check that one. That is Diamond, and that is next, but Henry has other plans. He's gonna, yeah. I didn't want to do that, but I felt compelled. We can spend this time where Henrietta's coming down to look for the bunny. And I mean, I'm not gonna wait for this rig recharge to finish, obviously. And there's Bunny, so we somehow found almost exclusively the radios that we need. That's pretty ideal. Okay, let us go over here and just wait for her. Not sure which way she'll come, to be honest. Either this way or that way. There she is. And then we need to... Oh, sun? Okay. We quickly just need to navigate back upstairs. Staircase right here. And it's the one that's like in the lit up kitchen. I haven't seen the Night Hunter. I'm not sure where he's at. He's usually a menace in this area. Let me just reassure myself that this is the correct one. Go. 2 out of 3. I kind of actually don't want to jump down there. Oh my god, Henry, you are crazy, by the way. Last one's right in here. I'll tell you what, I definitely have a better idea of the layout from my repeated plays of it. And there we go, it's just that easy. Pretty quick final section of radios here in this. No! Oh my god. It's actually so bad for your grade, and I just completely just grief for no reason. Like, not being chased. Like, why do I do that? I don't know. We bring our friend in. Hopefully we can do this more smoothly than I have in the past. Again, I haven't really had to deal with Henrietta on my runs in escalation, so it's going to be more difficult than those regardless. I definitely still think it is very worthwhile to break open and completely, you know, just make fully accessible both of the dark rooms. I've found that Franco really doesn't like to go in those rooms, or at the very least, he certainly is not interested in searching them thoroughly, so that's a good place to go if you get spotted. You can quickly dip into one of those side dark rooms and be pretty safe. And then this chain link fence is your best friend. Now, I don't know if it's intended, but this fence is essentially bulletproof. Franco is not able to shoot through it unless you are, like, you know, in a gap between the fence that's not actually part of the fence, if that makes any sense. I'm just rhyming like crazy. And see, pretty much all the damage and demerits I've done in this trial have been due to escalation brain, where I don't really care or pay attention as much to things as I should, like wire traps or things on the ground. What? Where did my bottle go? I don't know. Of course, you only need to heal yourself a little bit with the bandage if you don't want to spend the entire time, since your regen will give you the rest of the health back. Kind of a lazy man's tip for you, although I guess could save you in a pinch if you're trying to full commit to a heal when you maybe don't need to. But yeah, the stepping on the psychosis mine, which is also incredibly annoying for my visual clarity of anything. I would really like an antidote before I proceed, but either way, loading up this area behind the fence with your throwables is, in my opinion, the move, because that is where you're going to want to spend a lot of time, is that spot there. And Henrietta's going to be in the way of this. Henrietta, you're being a real pain in the ass, you know that? Oh my god, I need an antidote, guys. I'm sorry. It's still possible I don't even get the A+. But I feel pretty confident in this trial nowadays, to be honest. Of course, whenever you need health, it's never health. Whenever you need an antidote, it's always health. It's so cringe. I mean, I feel compelled to search for one, thank goodness, because I am not trying to deal with this visual distortion nonsense during this ending. I get enough of bad trip in escalation itself. I don't need to deal with it in my psychosurgery A+ runs. So we want to get rid of this stupid jumper. Nice that the hearts are usable with that prescription ability to get rid of the jumpers, if you didn't know. And I'll probably start throwing at the targets that I see. As long as we have like over a minute still on this, we might not, honestly. 45 seconds. And that is enough time. Let's see. Gloves, gloves. Gloves, gloves. Okay, well, we're getting kind of hosed. Practice this throw. Oh, yeah. We're dialed. That's kind of a cool little trick throw. What am I doing, bro? See, literally escalation brain right now. Hitting cans for no reason is insane. Oh, it is right there. Okay. So now, I might have left it too late, honestly. I did. Franco's coming out. He's gonna go up. He did see me, which is okay. In my opinion, that is fine. It is chest wound. Which is not that. I am gonna stun here because I started this poorly, which I take full blame for. But we'll jump into this side room, and that is where we need to throw anyway. And I'm not saying he won't come in here. Like he would definitely come in here, but he doesn't want to like search around it inside of here for whatever reason. I don't know where he is, which is concerning. Let's see, that was poorly played by me, but thankfully he did miss. We do have our other chest there. That is glove, that is foot. See, Henrietta just makes this just 100 times harder. Okay, he cheated by not shooting right when he saw me, I'm not gonna lie, but that's basically the idea. Just try and keep the chain link fence between yourself and him. Can we hit this? Oh, cash money. Oh, cash money in the bank right there. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. Okay, so we can chill down here for the time. Ooh. Okay. Oh, why is he just there? We got the laundry cart if we need it. No, Henry, we don't have time for this. Okay. Is he gonna go in there? I don't know. Maybe? I think that was an eyeball issue. Oh no, that's ear. Nice. Let's see, now we get up here, we get behind our safety fence. We grab this. Okay, he's going over there. Is this headphones? No. Okay, he's taking the stairs. We need to use this. Where did he fucking go? See, look, he just missed because he shot the fence. This is bad, though. This is also not good. We're gonna get shot, is what it is. This is what I'm telling you, though, with the dark room. He definitely saw me jump in there, right? But he did not go in here. Nope. He's right there. Get behind the fence. Get behind the fence. Headphones are downstairs. See, he doesn't even want to shoot because I guess he kind of knows he can't shoot through this. But he will. He will try. Woo! Let's go. One more set, guys. See, but I feel so much more confident with that knowledge. And it's a cool thing to, or an important thing to know, definitely. Also cool. Foot. Okay, foot issue. You gotta be right upstairs above me, I guess. I don't know. We just need last set of targets here. There he is. I kinda wanna stun, but Henry, you son of a bitch. Yeah, this kind of sucks. He's over there. Also, a very good thing to do is try and ping him. That's something I've learned quite a bit from playing the multiplayer escalation runs, is how important and useful pings can be. Still got a minute 10, but we haven't had a good opportunity to get inside and upstairs, which is I don't know. He's up there. Okay, yeah. He's maybe gonna jump over and then go outside. That would be ideal, though. We're probably too low on time. Well, yeah, see, he gives up so easily, is the thing. Ooh, I've kind of screwed myself here. I think I'm just gonna go upstairs and chill. We're not gonna go for it here. Just try and chill. Although Henrietta obviously makes chilling very difficult, especially when there's glass in the room. But yeah, we don't have enough time to complete this. Here comes Franco. Let's ping him. Don't like this. Okay, he went downstairs. But yeah, see, like this gap he could hit you through. If you were in the way on that gap, he could definitely shoot you. Okay, he missed. And just abuse his reloading times for the most part. That's head wound, which is over there. We can see it. Which sucks massively, by the way. No. Okay, I tried to jump through the window and failed miserably. Head. Oh, it's right there. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where'd he go? He's right there. Okay, he missed. Where the fuck did he go? Shit. Ah, it's behind the fence now, which is annoying. I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped off. Felt kind of in trouble. How is he there? She's right in front of me here. Okay, this might be good. Timing. It's right there. Boom. And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you don't get shot. Bro, if I got shot right there, that would have been so cringe. I thought he was gone, because, like, he dips. He dips hard when you're done. That's how you don't get shot by Frankie Boy. Use the fence. The fence is the king of this area. And we might, you know, we might not get the A+, I'm not gonna lie. We kind of trolled early on, and even midway, and even towards the end. But I executed the very end to my satisfaction there, so I'm happy with that at least. And hey, we still are on the technically first try. Now, not having rig at the ending is a little bit scary. That is not enough. Get a ping on him, very helpful. You really just hope he goes the other way. Fuck, failed my ping like 100 times. And then, ooh, I hope he didn't see me. You can kind of hide here. I lean. I don't know if leaning actually does anything, but I lean to maybe help me. Boom. There it is, folks. Surely. Sure. We've got this. Yes, sir. A plus 34 minutes, 18 seconds. Liquidate the Union Jaeger onboarding psychosurgery here. And I mean, if not for the crackhead incident, that would have been first try, guys, compared to last week or I guess 2 weeks ago, whenever I uploaded it, where it took us a 4-hour-long saga. That is improvement right there. I'll tell you what. 34:18, a little bit slow. Honestly, I did go up kind of slow, especially at the ending, but with the Jaeger, you kind of have to sometimes. I also didn't even get rid of her at any point. That's 6 sound traps, by the way, if you can't see. Yeah, I can't believe I slid into those cans and losing this. I mean, there's just so many just nonsense, stupid mistakes. But when it came down to it, when it mattered in the clutch, avoiding the Franco shots at the end, we managed it. Now, do you think they should make that fence able to be shot through? That, I guess, is something you could argue, you could debate. I think it would be incredibly hard to do that without taking probably multiple shots without that. In the case of the Jaeger, if it's not in the Jaeger event, you would have a much easier time sticking to those dark rooms and being a lot more stealthy. Franco does sometimes go out the front of the factory. Sometimes he goes into the cold rooms where you could maybe make that an opportunity to move. But you do obviously only have 2 minutes to hit 3 targets, and odds are you're probably going to get one on the ground floor. And I guess you could just say, I'm not even you're gonna wait out the timer. That would take a long time. I don't know. I kind of like the way it works right now. I don't know, because he doesn't always shoot at the fence. There's some significant, honestly, fairly significant gaps in the fence that you can get shot through if he waits to shoot to when you are moving. So I don't know. It's definitely a matter of opinion what people think on the ability to hide behind the fences there. But I think I like the way it is now. But again, I wouldn't be surprised though if they changed it, given how many things Franco can shoot through in the game. It doesn't necessarily make physical sense that the chain link fence would be bulletproof, but for now, that's how it works, and that's the strategy in my opinion. So good start to the event here, this part 2. We're going to move on to Spread the Disease, which I'm looking forward to playing again, since again this still is not in escalation. So haven't played it a lot. Same with Cook the Informant. And then we'll get on to some of the good old classics that we know and love. I love Stashed Contraband, so I'm glad to see that in here. And of course, Cleanse the Orphans, Perth the Futterman will be those main trials. Of course, I want to go ahead and say thanks to all my channel members whose names are going to be popping up on the screen here. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the join button down below. Big special thanks to those in the Reborn Reagent tier above. So big shout out to Mr. Crypt, Laura 3 of a Kind, and Serkan Ergun. Big shout out to you guys. I really appreciate all your generous support. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.